again this week. Got it. Click the button. And we have another, hour and a half to 2 hours with you today to get on to the second topic of conversation, which we'll start on very soon. But we are very glad that you're here. So welcome, welcome back. For those of you who weren't with us last week or who don't remember who I am, my name is Danielle Anderson. I am a strategy consultant and business coach based in Nairobi, Kenya, and I am here to support you throughout the entire program. So you'll have different faces every single week as we do training sessions, as we do coaching sessions, but the two constant faces that you will see each and every time are me, Danielle, the facilitator, and Kiara, who is the lead over at EBN. So any logistic challenges that you're facing, direct them to Kiara. Any questions that you have about the program, you can also ask her. But if you have business related questions, feel free to reach out to me and I can support you in addition to the trainers and mentors that you have with you. All right, let's move on to the next one. Before we get really into content today, it would be super helpful for us if you could change your display name within Zoom. Sometimes you send team members rather than the founders, which is totally fine, depending on who's available and what the key area of expertise is. But it's helpful for us to know which company you're representing. So we just added this little diagram in here to show you how to do so. Go to the participants box within Zoom, click on the More button next to your name, which is going to be on the far right-hand side, and then you can choose Rename. So please just put your name and then also the name of your business next to it so that we're very clear who's who. I see some of you have already done that, so thank you for that. All right, we'll leave you to keep doing that as we move on. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So before we get into today's new content, we want to check in with you based on our last conversation last week. So we had a great session about mission-driven businesses and relation to the Sustainable Development Goals. And the homework that we gave you last week to take away and to think about was your mission statement. So how's it going with that? Drop it in the chat. Let us know. Maybe you finalized your mission statement. Maybe you started working on it, but we would love to know how it's doing. The second question that we want to check in with you on, feel free to add this into the chat as well, is what was your main takeaway from last week's session? Maybe there's something that's been sticking on your mind for the last week, and how it applies to your business, what it means for your future, what other things came out of that session. Maybe you learned something new that you didn't know. So we would love to hear from you also, like, what was your main takeaway from the last session? So we'll give you a couple of minutes to put both of your responses in the chat. We'll read some out and then we'll move on to today's content. Or if any of you want to be unmuted, you're welcome to also jump on and speak to us rather than type. I know typing takes a bit of time on Zoom, and some of you are even translating as you're doing so. That's okay, Asna. So it's just to think about that for next week. What is your mission statement? What do you want your business to be known for? What is the thing that you stand for? And something kind of interesting to add about mission statements is that they will evolve as your business evolves. So the thing that you say is your mission now, as you grow and as you expand and as things change and you learn more about your business, sometimes it's going to change, and that's totally okay. You might see that in learning about how your business works, it even gets more refined. So hopefully over the course of the weeks, you can even continue to get more specific with what your mission is. Also, if you want to share your main takeaway from the last session, we'd love to hear that too. So we'll give you another minute or so to share in the chat. Or like I said, if you want to come off of mute, then we're happy to also see your face and hear your voice. Everyone's being so shy today. I don't think so, Asna. I think maybe your peers have also had, haven't had much time to think, but that's okay. Remember, ladies, the more that you feel comfortable sharing, the more support that you can also get from us during this program. So no pressure at all, but just remember that this is a safe space. You're not going to be judged for anything that you put into the chat. It's an opportunity for you also to share similar challenges that you're going through, similar joys that you're going through, and to get support from the other women that are here alongside you. So I know that we're only in our second week together. Hopefully, as the weeks go on, relationships continue to develop, even though they're virtual, and we become even more confident just sharing everything that we feel comfortable sharing. But if you haven't had time to think about this, or if it wasn't clear that this was the homework, then that's fine. This is something that's going to continue to evolve as we move through the weeks together. Okay. Asna shares she needs to be better organized. Inez says that she's having trouble working out her mission. Can you share more, Inez? Like, what is it that what you feel is holding you back there? Maybe that's something we can also take into next week's coaching session. Not next week's coaching, 2 weeks from now. But next week, we do have a session, which I think is going to help you ladies to even further develop your mission. And that's going to be a bit more about your business model and why you do what you do. So, so like I said, don't stress. These are things that are going to continue to evolve during our time together. Joy shares, at Drips Purified Drinking Water, our mission is to provide the highest quality purified drinking water to our customers while promoting good health, well-being, and sustainability. That's great, Joyce. What I would maybe add also to that is, why does that matter to you as an organization? You know, that's a great thing that you're looking to deliver, but even more so, why does that matter to you? And that's more like your personal mission statement. Okay, so Asna says, well, let's talk more about the difference between mission and vision or ambition. Okay, very briefly, because I don't want to take too much time away from today's session. This is an amazing question. But very briefly, your ambition is, you know, what are your personal goals? Or not just personal goals, but like your career goals, your business goals. What is it that's driving you? Where are you trying to get to as an individual? That's what your ambition is. Whereas your vision is, where are you trying to get your company to? And maybe you have it's a 1-year vision, maybe it's a 3-year vision, maybe it's even a 5 or a 10-year vision of what is it that I see my business aspiring towards over this time frame, right? Those are more of your business goals, your strategy. A lot of decisions are going to be based on how you create that vision for your company. A mission is, why do you do the work that you do? Why does your company exist? What is it that you're trying to fix or solve? What is your purpose? And that mission is something that, even today's conversation about teams, your mission is something that's going to bring people on board to support you, because they're going to believe in that too. I hope that brief description helps to clarify the difference between those three. Great. But ladies, these are the perfect questions to be asking. So if you have other questions like this, I definitely make use of the resources that you have. Your mentors can help you with this. I can help you with this. And all of the trainers that you have throughout the program can also help you. So without further ado, let's move on, because, let me just, and as I tried and to guarantee the customer quality product and service with hygiene, and to provide customers with well-being and quality of life. I think it's a great start. So the same feedback that I gave to Joyce is just add in why that matters to you. You know, why do you care about that specific thing? Okay. All right, ladies, let's move on. I don't want to take too much time away from today's amazing trainer. So we are now in training number 2. Today, we are going to be talking about team management and partnership development. So the people who you have around you are going to be super important to the success of your business. And so today we're going to dive deeper into that. Move on to the next one, Kiara. So here's the full program overview along with the dates. Kiara did put in the WhatsApp this morning that the date on the 25th of July we need to change. There's two options available, so please do vote in the WhatsApp group as to which one you prefer. Okay, so without further ado, let me now hand over to today's trainer. We have Maja Lipnik, who's joining us from Slovenia, and she'll give you a little bit more detail about her background. And she will be our trainer for the day, taking us through team management and partnership development. All right, I'll be back with you at the end.
Thank you very much, Danielle, and thank you very much, Chiara, to inviting me to this crazy journey with strong women from Africa. I'm so glad. Sorry, it's my fault. Just go. So, my name is Maja Cergol Linpik. I'm from a very small country in Slovenia in Europe. I'm a project manager and startup mentor for almost 20 years. I was only once in Africa 40 years ago for my marriage. I was married in Mauritius, but today I'm the second one, unfortunately virtually, but I think and I hope to visit your beautiful country again in the future. Do you know where is Slovenia? Slovenia is really a small country in the European Union, and it's very fun that it's the only one that has love in the name. Here in Slovenia is our also business incubator, where I work for 5 years as an assistant director. And as you see, we are on the cross border with Italy and with Croatia. So we attend also companies from abroad. Here are some of our promises. Our business incubator is the oldest one and also the biggest one in Slovenia. We have around 7,000 meters per square of premises. We have about 60 to 70 companies and startups inside. And we are glad that we were established in 1991. But this is only few words about me, about my business. But now let's talk about our topics today. Who is the main question on which we will answer on our topics? How to build a team in our startup? Who is a good leadership? Who will be your partners? So let's go to see firstly who is in your strong team. As you mentioned, the first step you already done on the past session. So you already defined your vision, your mission, your strategy, and your goals. But don't worry, if you didn't define it well, maybe your coaches and mentors can help you. So please be so you can use also the mentors for this. But now, how to build a strong team and who will be in your team? Before you start recruiting your team, you need to know what position you need to fill. So make a list of the roles that are essential for your startup success Some of them are like SEO, marketing, sales, customer service, etc. Maybe some of them can be also yours. Secondly, you have to look after right people, because you have to seek after people who are experienced in your industry and who share also your passion and your vision with your company's goals. Maybe you can attend some networking, you can check on via LinkedIn, you can check also via professional and personal networks. So you have to build a very strong team for your startup. How to identify some position you will need in your startup? You can answer to this question: what experience and education should they have? Which competencies should they have? And maybe think about also their personality, which is also very important to build a very strong team. For example, here are some essential competencies as entrepreneurial mindset, adaptability, technical expertise, business acumen, teamwork and collaborations, problem solving, critical thinking, networking, relationship, learning, but be aware also to the specific competencies that that are depending on the nature and also of the industry you are dealing with. Then you have to find types of personalities for your needs. So in your team, maybe you can you need a visionary. He has the ability to imagine and articulate your future directions of your startup. Maybe you need an executor. He is turning ideas into the actions. Maybe you need a creative person who is able to generate your and your team's original ideas and think outside the box. You will need also a good listener, because who understands the importance of active listening to each other. You will need also a very good communicator, which is skilled in different communication skills and channels. Maybe you will need also a mediator who have the ability to resolve problems and conflicts. And maybe, or for sure, you will need human resource manager who is responsible for managing for all the team, for recruiting, for hiring, for training, for managing relations of the employees, etc. But remember, also one person can be an executive, a communicator, a visionary, so you have to mix this personality within your team. Once you have your team in your startup, it's time to onboard them and to train them. So make sure that they really understand your company's visions, your company's goals, and your company's values. Maybe provide them with resources and support they need to succeed. Then, after onboarding them, you have always to develop a training program for all your team members. So provide ongoing training and development opportunities or your team to improve their skills and to stay up to date with the industry trends, etc. When you have your team completed, it's time to build a really very strong culture. Building a culture in the startups encourage collaborations, creativity, innovations. For example, in my business, in my company, our culture is that we are beginning our day with a cup of coffee. We have a director's day. We are going to some places for eat something. So this is really very important to build it. And be aware that everyone can contribute and grow in your culture. Then it's within your team, it's very important to communicate regularly. So with your team members, you have to ensure the communications with different tools, different aspects, use different channels. Nothing is going to miss. So you can have weekly meetings with your team. Maybe you can do the WhatsApp group within your team, maybe Facebook or LinkedIn group, mailings. Maybe you can communicate with your team and collaborate via Teams, Office management. So use different communication channels, and I think you will done. Don't miss to promote your teamwork. You know, everyone is satisfied to be prized, to maybe also promote your teamwork within social media. Also, as I already spoke with you, maybe promote your teamwork within some team building program with a cup of coffee, within your partners, stakeholders, etc. Remember that when you have your own team in your startup, it's very important that you have to motivate them and they have to be satisfied. And here are some motivation factors for as a content of their work, as salary, some benefits, relations at the work, working conditions. For example, we are here all women, so you know, working from home, it's very popular today. Safety at work, elimination of disturbing factors, for example, noise, temperature, etc. Maybe independence at work. And please pay attention when you will build up your team to sustainable development goals. When you will build your team, try to address them in, for example, with employing vulnerable groups, with offering healthy workplace, with reducing inequalities, etc. Now I am inviting you to Mentimeter. Do you know? I hope you know it. Do you see it? The Mentimeter? Okay. So let's see about your expectations from your team. Please go to menti.com and use this entry code 74579946 or use this QR code. When you will be ready, maybe Danielle can help me. Are you ready?
No, I think give them another minute. Let me see if I can put it in as a link.
Do you see the Mentimeter?
Yeah, we see it on your side, but you're also asking them to log in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So ladies, you can go to that link. I've just put it into the chat and enter this code. Let me also put that in so you can copy and paste it. 6. Or you can scan that QR code that you see on your screen, which might be difficult if you're watching the presentation from your phone, but if you're using your laptop or tablet, then you can scan it.
Yes, I think it's better to use your phones for this. So you're in. And now please write down your experience. What experience and education should your team members have? If you have troubles, maybe you can we can repeat. Oh, good. Finance skills, accounting, agronomy skills, marketing skills. What else? Logistics, sales, machine operator, integrity, communication skills, teamwork, training, okay, performance, company. What else? Honesty, okay. Creative and innovation, multimedia design, leadership, gift packing, communication. So I think you know very well what type of experience and education should they have. Maybe we can wait a little bit more because only 9 of them answer to these questions. And So move on. Which competencies should they have? Entrepreneurial mindset, adaptability, technical expertise, business acumen, collaboration and teamwork, problem solving and critical thinking, networking and relationship building, learning ability. Collaboration, teamwork. Okay. Yes, for startup is also crucial to network all the time. Adaptability in these uncertain times, yes, of course. What more? Adaptability. So when you will build your team, pay attention to all these competencies that are also crucial to do your team the best on the world. Thank you very much, ladies. We can move on. Our presentation. Oh, sorry. Now we are going to talk about the leadership. So, who is a good leader? You have to, as you know, you have to learn how to be a good leader. You already are a leader. So here are some tips and tricks how to do this. Key elements according to Business Harvard School for leadership are authority, effectiveness, self-confidence, responsibility towards employees, influence, identification, communication skills, dealing with conflicts, and teamwork. Firstly, we are going to see about authority. You know, authority and respect are always fundamental for leadership. You as a leadership can offer to your team, to your people in your team, that things that they would never have without you. Think about their expectations. Think about what they need. Maybe they need more time for themselves. Maybe they need a very quality work. Maybe they need some more money. Maybe they need some scope. Try to fulfill them if it's possible within your company's goal. Also, as a manager, you have to be aware that your employees need to be safe. They need success, and they need to have a self-worth. So you can build authority within giving them all these benefits. Try to make your colleagues successful. support them all the time, support them when giving them work, when dealing with people outside your team, when they are in troubles. So, and also prize them and give them recognitions. Be aware that you don't gain your authority with your professional expertise, because they are experts too. And this is very difficult to achieve in these times. Show your employees that you're not afraid to face with conflicts, inside and also outside your company team, and that you can deal with solving conflicts and justifying. The second element of good leadership is effectiveness. Only high demands form the basis for good performance. So expect from them a lot, and explain them that you believe in them, if also they wear very big shoes. Prize your team for a well done job, maybe with a nice compliment, maybe with a free day, maybe with a promotion via LinkedIn or other social media. You have to be aware that only the top achievements have the future. And this must be perfectly clear also to your colleagues. Also take care that making goals attract to your team. So make achieving goals very attractive to your team. The third element of the leadership is self-confidence. Remember, you can do it, okay? Don't think about that you can't do it. Be self-confident, so also in this way also your team members will believe in you. To do this, try to develop a clear view, a vision of your future. Once you have a clear view, you will have also you will be also more self-confident. Think also about people to whom you want to achieve something. Think about your business partners. Think about your other companies. Think about your customers. And here, think about also about sustainable development goals. So you can be more self-confident if you can achieve some of these goals. Self-confidence remain self-critical and respective to comments of others, from your partners, from your teamwork, from your stakeholders, and be strong. Be strong and reflect from the past and look into the future. So you have to build your startup, your team within your past career. The next element of leadership is responsibility towards your employees. In your team, you will have less experience and more experienced personnel. With less experienced personnel, you have to be You have to act as their coach. You have to provide them with some resources. You have to provide them with detailed plan, maybe. You have to coach them how to do some new activities. And with more qualified personnel, make sure that they use their abilities to the fullest. Please remember that you are delegating and reject any back delegations. So you have to, or not only to you, but also to your team members. The next level of the leadership is also influence. Clarify to yourself how to build the influence with your team member and also within your partners. And you know, even the best projects can fail without very influential people. Find out who makes the decision on, or who can influence with them, and find out also what the decision makers want and what is really very important for them. Make sure also that you see living up your company's core value. And maybe here it's also a question if you can think about sustainable development goals. You can also influence through this. The next element of leadership is also identification. You can clarify with yourself what your professional goals about what task do you need to do your job. Maybe go at the starting point of your company and carefully relate your vision, your mission, your goals, etc. And maybe you can go ahead with this. How do your goals help to achieve the goals of your company? Think about the contradictions and about the obstacles. And before starting moving your team, make sure that they really understand your company's goals, your strategic plans, and that can only identify with them. Between your team, it's also very important that you are good in communicational skills. So as a leader, you have to use different levels and tools of communication, and you have to communicate all the time within your team. You have to distinguish between sensitive and non-sensitive information, and you can communicate less sensitive information without hesitation. As a leader, you have to be able to deal also with conflicts. And, you know, conflicts are the biggest cause of losses a business and should be handled with extreme caution. Maybe you can use here methodologies of mediators. Firstly, examine the causes of the conflict, then try to discover the needs of the person you're dealing with. Then you have to compromise between needs and both parties, and please consider how to eradicate conflicts with both parties. And here you have to act very quickly. The last but not the least element of the leadership is a teamwork. It is very important to build a positive team spirit with common goals, with open communication, with attractive working conditions, with shared values, etc. Here you have to define clear responsibilities in the companies, in your company for each of your team. Your team must act and must be responsible for its results, must act holistic and responsible for its results. And as I already mentioned, it is very important as a leader that you are talking and communicating with your team constantly, and you have your own communication process in your team. Maybe with help with your team, you have to establish common rules and you have to establish common values. Maybe it will be nice, it's very nice to that they are visible in some poster, and it's very important that you establish these common values and rules within your team members. You have to communicate also about their satisfaction, and if they're not satisfied at your work. So you have to be aware with this. And now we are going to learn some tips and tricks. So we learn about your leadership. You see, in leadership, it's a word, ship. Now we are going to see how your ship is prepared. Here I have a very nice exercise for you. It's calling agile sailing boat or agile sailing ship. Maybe you can get your screenshot because you will need for the exercise. You can get, you get it? Okay. And this picture represents your business, your startup. You are on the boat with your team. Your boat is about how ready you are prepared for this journey. Think about your team workers. Think about what you're doing well. Think about how ready you are. Then here you have the Island in front of you. This is your vision. This is your picture about your future. So what are your goals? What is your vision? What is your strategy? Here on the Island behind of you, you have to think about how you have to leave behind you. For example, bad habits, for example, bad way of working. What are your weaknesses? Here is your sun, which represents your mission. Then you have a wind, and represents what you are moving on. Here are clouds within your wind, and represents your challenges and opportunities. Here are rocks. And when thinking about the rocks, you think about your dangers. Here are the sea docks, and they are representing your competitors. And here are some anchors, which are representing your problems. So, can you have a screenshot of this also? Okay, thank you. Now I am inviting you to the breakout rooms for 50 minutes. Maybe Danielle can help me to do this, and Chiara.
Yeah, sure. So before
Yes.
we go into the breakout rooms, ladies, actually, sorry, Maja, can you just put that sailboat back up for 1 minute?
Yes.
So while Maya is pulling her screen up, okay, it's coming just now. So the sailboat, we're going to have you go into individual breakout rooms where you'll be paired with other women in the program. Chiara is going to manage that in just a couple of minutes. But before we go into those separate rooms, please just take a picture of this screen. Sorry, Maya, can you just go back to the boat first?
This is the boat. You have to,
okay.
Yeah.
So this is the boat, and if you take a picture of the boat, then it gives you this visual representation of where your company is going, and also what things do you need to let go of in order for you to move forward. So then on the second screen, each of these things that Maya has listed here, sailing boat, island, sun, wind, etc., are questions for you to answer now when we go into the breakout room. So just take a picture of this screen, because when we go into the breakout rooms, we won't be able to see Maya's screen anymore. I think, Chiara, you may have also shared this as a PDF. Am I right?
I wanted to share within you in the chat, but I can share only from Google Drive, OneDrive, etc. So I'm sorry, I can't share with you this.
Okay, no problem. So ladies, if you can just take a picture, that would be helpful. And then we're going to, like I said, split into different rooms, talk about these things. You're going to think about these things individually first, and then share it with your peers. Okay. So everyone have a photo?
Yeah, and give me 2 minutes because I'm assigning each of you to a different group. Sorry. Okay, then session 2.
Maybe you can also draw your sailing boat. It will be nice.
So Maya, she's saying, Okia is saying that it's not visible for her. Can you do this as a full screen rather than within the app?
Yes, of course.
Or sorry, the program?
Now it's visible?
It's still just within PowerPoint though. So if you could present that slide so it's so that it's just the slide that we see, that we don't see any of the menu, then it will appear larger for the participants.
Daniele, do you see now?
No, I still see it as it was before, as
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing.
okay.
I will share another time. Now you see?
I see it, but it's still within PowerPoint. So what I'm suggesting is that within
okay.
PowerPoint that you then hit the present.
Okay, I will. Okay.
Mhm.
So you would like this one? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Perfect. Okay. And then the next slide, you have something?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
have only in the PowerPoint these questions.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I sees it now.
Okay, so we are ready to go.
Okay, see you in the breakout rooms.
Okay. See
Okay.
you.
Did you? Mhm. Ah, sorry, ok. Assegna a sessione 1. I think she's there. And I see Anita, Joyce, and Mercy are still here. And Abidate is alone. So I think I will move. Because I think Abidate is alone in the room, so I will move her to another. Or no? Ah, no. It's Fardosa that is alone at the moment. And Mercy didn't enter in the room yet. So I'll move her to the first one.
You have a lot of experience, you have a lot of knowledge. So I think you have on your sailing boat your knowledge, as I know, yeah?
I've started the business recently, but if you call experience in different level, yes, but In this term here, I'm here to learn more.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
have knowledge in agriculture.
Yes, I am into agriculture, but it's not what I have started in my education in the beginning.
Okay.
So my motivation here as the son, I will say to change to go against the hunger issue and to yeah, to be how can I say? I don't know how to express it in English.
Yes.
The motivation will be really definitely to develop the agriculture in my country.
Okay, good. Just development of
agriculture in my country, and in terms of issue with money, but also issue with autonomization or autonomy. How can I say?
Autonomy. Okay.
Yeah.
Self autonomy of each.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Especially for women.
Okay.
And as I can say, I can see also I have the opportunities there in that section. We have different opportunities, is to participate in the development, but it's also to be a leader of that section that is not too much developed for this moment, and to be an example to follow.
Okay, good. What is the Iceland in front of you? Here.
The Iceland in front of me.
Yes.
Iceland in front of me. That one I didn't get it very well.
I think your Iceland is your picture that you would like to establish a startup where women can contribute at all. Yeah. And also your mission. What's your mission?
The island here will represent for me having a really structure that we develop an area that it is very well organized, that is everybody will enter in it and knowing where he's going, where to get what, and to have a special an area that women would be valued, since if I get it very well, the women are more involved in that, but in terms of informal area, but we want to formalize it to let women be recognized that they are the best, they are the one who contributed in that agriculture and that transformation.
Okay. What is the Iceland behind of you? What do you have to
live?
Yeah. Yes.
I think I have to, first of all, to learn more, to leave my anger, my frustration for not knowing. And because I think that the more I am going into that area and the more I'm learning, I need as well to be more or better organized, like I said when we start this discussion here. And I need to think that people can be there for me. I need to count, first of all, on myself.
Self-confidence.
Self-confidence.
You have to be more self-confident, okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then here you have your wind. Okay.
Yes. My wind is my.
What moves you on?
My determination, my family. I think that I can't go on without the 3 kids and my husband. And yeah, the vision that I install on what I want to achieve. That makes me go on. And a certain time as well, even those who are not believing in me, they're helping me as well to think that I have to show them that I can make it.
Okay, thank you very much. And what about your clouds? What are your challenges and opportunities in this journey? To earn more? To earn more, to have more money?
To have more money, to have more visibility in terms of country, whether in local but also internationally, to consider Comoros that it is involved in agriculture and we develop this area. My opportunities is also that to use this area to go on other areas, because we all know that agriculture is so rich in terms of diversity, and to really be there, because it is a start point to join other point like transformation, like health area, like leadership. So it is an opportunity, it's a start point actually.
Okay, thank you. And what are your sea dogs? So who are your competitors?
My competitors is myself, first of all.
Who?
Sorry. No, it is more about this industrialization of products that we are using, not being having products that are very healthy. I don't know if I am in the right way. Is this mondialization that we are into without knowing exactly what is our roles inside.
Not healthy product producers.
Yes. Also a big market that we feel so too small, especially when I know that I'm coming from a country that we are less than 1 million, and having this open market, especially the next years coming with this Zlekov issue. So it's scary actually.
Okay. What about the rocks in the sea? Your rocks, your dangers.
Maybe is that all what I say that as a dangers? Maybe I mistaken the word. The dangers. It's in front of
market.
me. Sorry.
Big market.
Yeah. And money issue, of course. Not having too much money to be really comfortable in terms of vision, but also not having all the experience, the models. I don't have any models to look after actually.
Maybe success stories, to find some success stories.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe
that's
success stories is your it's in your clouds. Okay. Maybe. Okay. And now just another thing, what are your anchors?
Yes, my anchors is all those opportunities that I can catch. I think even here, being with you, it is also an anchors.
But this anchors represents your problems.
No, then I'm mistaken. My problems would be, like I say, having a sex story, having an example to follow, but having missing, I mean, those examples, but missing also the other people with the same vision than me.
Mhm.
That's why I work so hard to make sure that I impact others so that we can do more to go on the same area.
Mhm. So you have to learn how to do your how to catch the right people that will follow you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Yes, it's very beautiful, your sailing boat, Asna.
Thank you. Let me take it a picture.
Yes.
Oh, I draw. And mine is less scary than yours with this black head issue. Is more beautiful. This one is more beautiful.
Thank you very much. Okay, and the others, what do you think about Asna's sailing boat? I think she's going to have to fulfill her mission. I think she has a lot of energy, a lot of expertise, a lot of knowledge. Maybe she's missing some people who would like to follow her in this journey. She has to earn more. She would like to develop her Iceland, okay, in her country. She would like to give more autonomy for women. I think your stories in sailing boats, it's very beautiful. Thank you very much, Asna. Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes. I think we can move on. Okay. For the last point, now we have to find who are your partners. Okay. You have to identify who are they. Maybe they are companies, maybe they are stakeholders, key suppliers, investors, family. For example, Asna told us that she's looking for the right person for this partnership, and I think we have to remember that maybe you can search in this group of people. Now I'm inviting you for the last time in Mentimeter, and do you see the Mentimeter? Please go to menti.com, enter the code 64124601, or use this QR code. And please tell me who are your potential partners. Investors, companies, stakeholders. Which stakeholders? Which companies? Maybe you have to be more specific. Which type of companies? Which type of stakeholders? What kind of investors? And please think about your business, think about your industry you're dealing with. Aha, these are Makani, Gift, Suje, Huda, Stationary. These are real companies? Yeah, I think yes. Primary schools, wow, how nice. Why? Why primary schools? Aha, partners at the same field. Water bottle suppliers, okay. And think about what do you think your partners will be only in your country? Maybe will be in the whole Africa, or maybe will be from Europe, Asia. I will wait for another minute for your answers. International companies, okay. Why investors? What type of investors do you need? Think about it. Wholesale raw material, okay. Outside partners, fund cooperations, so financial cooperations that gives you money for development, I think. Venture capital. Maybe some engineers for development of your business. Maybe some business network as EBN. Okay, thank you very much. So you will find some partners in order to develop your businesses. And how you will do this? The next time, I think you will learn about business model canvas. So this could be interesting for you. And here are some tips and tricks how to develop a strong partnership. Firstly, you have to define your partners and clarify what your scope and what you would like to achieve with them. Maybe accessing to new markets, because you would like to sail also in Asia, in America, in Australia, in Europe. Maybe gaining some more expertise or financial resources. Maybe for expanding your product offerings. may it be to enhancing your brand image. When you will identify your potential partners, you will please research and identify that organizations, companies, or individuals that meet with your partnership goals, okay? Look after them in your industry or in related industries who share similar values with you and also have some tracking records of success. Evaluate their reputations and credibility, and please see their market presence, their customer feedback and satisfactions, maybe industry awards, maybe partnership they have. And also please consider their financial stability and long-term viability. Then you have to evaluate the potential partners' strategic alignment with your startup. Consider their mission, values, target market, business approach. Look after synergies within your goals, within your working styles, within your culture, okay? And then examine what potential partners brings to you. Here you can consider their intellectual property rights, their technologies, if there are some, they have some innovations and they have developed some products, the distribution channels, access to key networks, to new markets, etc. Then you have to assess the potential for mutual benefit. So, for example, knowledge exchange, joint marketing efforts, etc. Take in mind that the partnership can help to both parties to achieve your and their goals and to create a win-win situation for both. Maybe you can conduct their diligence. So before finalizing partnership, do this. This may include some background checks, some reviewing their documents, some seeking of their references, and clarify expectations, your expectations, both responsibilities and both potential risks. And last but not least, don't stop networking. Also in this this process which BIC Africa, use the opportunity to go to workshops, to business trips, to virtual and B2 meetings, to some conferences, and also maybe some parties of your friends and families. So don't stop networking, because with networking, you will find your future partners. Okay, this was all from my side. I hope you enjoyed. I will stay with you, with my mentorees for entire summer. Let's stay in touch. If you have some more questions, I'm available at my email. Let's connect via LinkedIn. And thank you very much for staying with me.
Thanks so much, Maja. Ladies, any questions for Maja? You can pop them into the chat before we finalize, just reminders for the next week. So if there's anything you want to add or ask, please feel free to do so now. Lots of thank yous. Asna says, Maja, what is your island?
My island. Yes, I would like also to have my own business. I have it, but maybe I'm doing this in the future and within tourist sector. So this is my island behind of me, before me.
Within Slovenia?
Within Slovenia, yes, here where I live, within my olive trees, etc. So this is my island.
Thanks for sharing that. Other questions for Maja, ladies? Asna says, thank you. All right, so let's move on, and we're just going to do our final wrap up for the day. So to just talk about what comes next. Next week, you're going to have your very first coaching session, same time, also on Zoom. And next week, we're going to be talking about leadership. Now, the way that next week's session is going to work is that we are going to have our coach join.
I think we lose Daniela.
Yes. I was trying to see if she was able to reconnect, but so I take over. Indeed, I think what Danielle was about to say is that next week we'll try to give you more space for sharing, and we'll really work together with a couple of experts that will indeed guide a discussion among peers, and these will all about leadership, self-confidence, and starting from your own realities and experiences. Again, time is always the same, so we start at 10:30, we finish at 12:30, and we'll allow also French speaking groups, so that also for those of you that feel a bit less comfortable in speaking English, there is also this option. For those of you who are not in the WhatsApp group, please join us, because we use it to share last-minute reminders or specific requests. For accessing the resources of all the training sessions, you have the links to the Y community, but I'll probably set up also a Google Drive, which is easier to access, and I will put there the presentations and the links to the YouTube videos. Let's ease our lives. And last but not least, if you click on the last link, I'm going to share them on the WhatsApp group and now in the chat, all of them. Really, it takes 3 minutes. I'm exaggerating, 3 minutes to give us your feedback on each and every training, coaching, networking session, so we can also adapt and adjust the upcoming ones to meet your comments and expectations. As usual, everything you need if you want to exchange about the program, to let indeed to raise questions or comments, I'm here. you have my email address. As Danielle said, she's also available and happy to do some follow-up on more business-related topics. And of course, you have now the contacts of Maja, so feel free to reach out to Maja if you want to go deeper in some of the topics we touched upon today. So see you next week. And thank you very much. It's always nice to see you all and look forward to the next one in 7 days. Bye.
Hi, thanks, Chiara, for taking over. I lost Wi-Fi there.
No problem.
Thanks,
Bye.
ladies. See you next week.
Bye-bye.